Good evening, everybody. We're going to call this meeting to order. Would you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? The flag's over here. I pledge allegiance. Well, it's really great to see everybody here tonight. This is a very special evening. We thought everybody came because it's our city clerk's birthday today. Jason, happy birthday. But in addition to that, we have a little swearing in ceremony that we have to do. So Jason's going to lead us through this process.
All right, Mr. Mayor, you're first.
Mr. Mayor, aren't we doing roll call
No.
afterwards? Okay.
Mr. Mayor, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I state my name. I, Dennis Law,
Having been duly appointed to the office of the City of Renton Mayor,
having been duly appointed to the office of the City of Renton Mayor,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of this office
discharge the duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
and that I will support and maintain the Constitution
and I will support and maintain the Constitution
of the State of Washington and the United States.
of the State of Washington and the United States. Thanks, Jason.
We're going in order, so Ms. Witchy. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Carol Ann Witchy,
Have been duly appointed to the office
have been duly appointed to the office
of City of Renton, Council Position Number 3.
of City of Renton, Council Position Number 3,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of this office
discharge the duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
and that I will support and maintain the Constitution
and that I will support and maintain the Constitution
of the State of Washington
of the
and the
State of
United
Washington
States.
and the United States. Thank you.
Mr. McIrvin? Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Ryan McIrvin,
Having been duly appointed to the office
having been duly appointed to the office
of City of Renton, Council Position Number 4,
of City of Renton Council Position Number 4,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of this office
discharge the duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
and that I will support and maintain the Constitution
and that I will support and maintain the Constitution
of the State of Washington and the United States.
of the State of Washington and the United States.
Thank you. Is it Ed? Mr. Prince? I believe you have a guest. Mr. Prince's guest is the Honorable Judge Leroy McCullough.
Thank you. And I don't get to do this often, so let me say good evening.
Good evening.
Mr. Mayor, council members, and all of you that are community members, it's certainly my privilege and my opportunity to be here to celebrate the appointment, the election of Mr. Prince and all of you. I am a member of the community of Renton, so I'm glad to see all of you. You will see me often. I also want to say that it's a pleasure to swear you in, Mr. Prince, because of your extraordinary community work, because of your love for your family, and because these are tough times, and it's going to require some bold and courageous activity and decisions. And I know that you and all of the colleagues here will do what's necessary to keep Renton moving forward. So, with that, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Edward Prince,
having been duly appointed
having been duly appointed
to the office
to the office
of City of Renton,
of City of Renton,
Council Position Number 5,
Council Position Number 5,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of this office
discharge the duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
and that I will support
and that I will support
and maintain
and maintain
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the State of Washington
of the State of Washington
and the United States.
and the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Ms. Perez. Please raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Ruth Perez,
having been duly appointed
having been duly appointed
to the office of City of Renton,
to the office of City of Renton,
Council Position Number 6,
Council Position Number 6,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of this office
discharge the duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
and that I will support
and I will support
and maintain the Constitution
and maintain the Constitution
of the State of Washington
of the State of
and
Washington
the United States.
and the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Mr. Perfect. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name,
I, Don Person,
having been duly appointed
having been duly appointed
to the office of City of Renton,
to the office of City of Renton,
Council Position Number 7,
Council Position Number 7,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully and impartially
that I will faithfully and impartially
discharge the duties of this office
discharge the duties of this office
as prescribed by law
as prescribed by law
and to the best of my ability,
and to the best of my ability,
and that I will support and maintain
and I will support and maintain
the Constitution
the Constitution
of the United States and the State of Washington.
of the United States and the State of Washington.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you very much, Jason.
You're welcome.
Well, I just want to congratulate all of our council members and welcome our new council members to the dais. It's great to have you tonight. Our council president and vice president are the only two people that didn't get sworn in tonight. And so I think it's only appropriate we let the council president, Randy Corman, say a few words.
Well, thank you, Mr. Mayor, and I want to congratulate you as well as the council members. So I think this might be the first time in our city's history that we have a third term for the mayor. I don't know if we've had any historians check that out. Congratulations. And it's as you say, I think Armando and I are really feeling left out tonight since so many of you are being sworn in. But it's an absolute, and I'm speaking for both of us, an honor and a privilege to be working with this council and this mayor at this time. Our city's got so much going for it, and we're on such a roll, and this is going to be such a good year and a good 4 years, and it's so great to be welcoming the new council members. It was really fun at the reception having all the little children running around. It really drives home how family focused this city is, and what, how well we've got our priorities placed and how diverse this council is. So welcome, and it's just wonderful to be here with everybody tonight.
Thank you, Mr. Corman. Okay, so now we'll, and Judge, thank you for being here this evening. So now we'll go to roll call.
Okay. Mr. Corman,
Here?
Ms. Witchy,
Here.
Mr. Person,
Here.
Mr. Prince,
Here.
Mr. Pavoni,
Here.
Ms. Perez,
Here.
Mr. McIrvin.
Here.
Roll call, Mr. Mayor, all present.
Great, thank you, Jason. First item on the agenda, next item on the agenda is our administrative report, Mr. Covington.
Mr. Mayor, Council, a couple of items just to let you and the general public know. Again, just a reminder for folks as we continue to have winter weather, if you see catch basins that have leaves or other debris in them, please remove that and keep those clean so we can keep our water going into the storm sewer and not into places where it shouldn't go. Want to also mention this week, we'll have Gene Coulon Beach Park will be closed for some emergency pipe repair. There's the men's and women restrooms at the park. The park's open, just the restrooms are closed, so people just need to be aware of that. We want to also announce this Friday, the Seattle Seahawks will, as we all know, are headed to the playoffs, so we're going to have a rally for them here at City Hall at 11:30 a.m. We've done this before, last year, had some great events, and we want to send them off in the typical Renton fashion, so there will be some former players, Seagulls will be here, Blue Thunder, Blitz, host Ken Carson, and plus there will be some giveaways, and 710 ESPN will be here, broadcasting live from City Hall's lobby. So we want to encourage folks to come out on Friday and let the Seahawks know of our support for the team. We've got some trees that we need to have removed in Liberty Park. We'll do that next Wednesday on the 20th, so people just need to be aware of those are coming down. That's we're doing that on purpose. And some typical street closures in addition to Logan and Main, which we continue to work on. We've got some areas in Talbot Road and Sunset Boulevard for some emergency utility pipe repair. That's all, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Covington. We don't have anybody signed up for audience comments, so we'll move on to the consent agenda. We have 4 items for council consideration. Are there any items a council member would like pulled for discussion?
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Corman.
I move the consent agenda be approved as published.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Corman, seconded by Mr. Pavoni, that council concur with the consent agenda. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Doesn't look like we have a lot of unfinished business, but we'll jump through this anyway. Mr. Corman.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Ms. Witchy.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
That's not a surprise. Mr. Person.
Yes, Mr. Mayor. First, I would like to refer letter received from, let's see his name, Carl Handelin to the Finance Committee about a overpayment of water bill. And it just came in as an email to us in the general correspondence.
And you'd like it referred to who?
The Finance Committee.
Finance Committee, okay.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Mr. Corman, that the letter regarding the water bill be referred to the Finance Committee. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
And Jason, here,
Ayes
it's
have it.
right up here for you. And then, Mr. Mayor, I just have to reiterate something that Randy said. It is so wonderful to see from the podium all the young people and families and kids here. It's just very inspiring to see them here, and it just brings a whole new dimension to the council that I'm really, really excited about. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Prince.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Pavoni.
No unfinished business, Mr.
Okay, Ms. Perez.
No unfinished business, Mr. Mayor.
And let's see if Mr. McIrvin has anything.
No unfinished business,
Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to resolutions and ordinance, we have one resolution this evening.
A resolution of the City of Renton, Washington, setting a public hearing date to vacate a portion of right-of-way in the vicinity of 200 Mill Avenue South, file number VAC 15-004.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, Mr. Person.
I move the resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
It's been moved by Mr. Person, seconded by Mr. Prince, that this resolution be adopted as read. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Okay, moving on to new business, Mr. Corman.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I guess I have just one meeting to announce. It's for Monday, January 11th at 5 o'clock p.m. Here in council chambers. Committee of the Whole is meeting. We have one item on that agenda, and that's a council planning workshop agenda. And I just wanted to take a minute to discuss that so that everybody can prepare somewhat for that. So first of all, I regret I won't be able to attend this meeting, so please forgive me for that. But Armando can chair this session. Jay, I think we'll be able to prepare some discussion materials. What we'll do is we'll take this hour and discuss for our new members really what to expect from the council offsite. We'll have a 2-day meeting. It's tentatively been proposed for the I think February 25 and 26 is what we're notionally looking at. But the purpose really of that meeting will be to sort of get the council on the same page regarding the long-term business plan, the long-term priorities. This is a meeting where no specific actions are taken. The public, ultimately, that meeting, the public will be invited to, but it's everything that we discuss would ultimately come back to this council for action here on this, in an official meeting. It's also a time that council offsite is also a time to just talk about the dynamics of when citizens send us emails, how do we respond, make sure they get a response back quickly, and that we have committee chairs doing their roles and things like that. So that's what that meeting's going to be about. It was Don Person's suggestion, and I think a very good one, that we have a discussion early on what some of our priorities for that meeting would be, and then get some ideas out there about priorities for the city's focus during the next year. Typically, the business plan that's displayed up on the wall over there, it is a multi-year business plan. It's a multi-year priority plan, but we would update it at this offsite and talk about where we might want to alter it slightly, reprioritize, and so be thinking about that. And then the mayor and Jay have assured me that the staff is here really to follow our lead on what these priorities are. So please bring your best ideas, and part of the reason that we're all expressing such enthusiasm, for having so many new people on the council is that we want to look at things differently. So that will be part of the retreat, and it'll be part of the meeting next week to sort of set the stage for that. So thank you for giving me that time to.
You bet. Thank you, Mr. Corman. Did you want to add anything, Mr. Covington, to the process at all? You probably have covered that pretty well. But.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's covered really well. I know Council President Corman and the mayor and I met before Christmas and kind of identified some potential agenda topics, and so I think that's what Council President was referring to. I'll make a copy of that and get that out to you all so you can take a look at that and see if that stimulates any further thoughts on your behalf. That will just help get the discussion flowing. I think as has been mentioned, the work plan for 2016 has been put in place by virtue of the budget and previous workshops and where the council set priorities. So we're really thinking of the planning workshop is really what we do now moving forward into 2017 and beyond. And so it's a good opportunity to really get some early direction from the council on potential policy changes or other kinds of things. And we'll identify some areas where we need clarification from you. So that'll be a good collaborative process. But we'll work on that.
And if I may, maybe
Sure.
just to get people, kind of thinking. So one of the things that we discussed when the mayor and Jay and I met was I'm really excited about some of the really tangible suggestions that the administration's working on for downtown revitalization. And I'm looking forward to, some more detail on some of those ideas. And so one of the things I've asked for at this retreat is to have a discussion of those ideas, and I would hope we could, brainstorm different council ideas, maybe how to make some of those things actually come to fruition and how to implement them. And so that would be one area of focus, but there's lots of other parts of the city to think about. So that's what this offsite would be about.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Covington. Anybody else have any questions about that? I guess I want to confirm that you want that meeting here in the council chambers rather than the conferencing
I think
center?
it'd be better if we could have it in the conferencing room, conference center.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
Okay.
so let's note that it will be in the conferencing center rather than the council chambers.
Good.
Okay. Ms. Witchy, do you have any new business?
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Person?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. The Finance Committee will meet next Monday, January 11th. That's scary to think that's already that late in the month. At 4 p.m. in the council conference room, there's 3 issues: vouchers, actually there's 4. Vouchers, sewer connection, back charge, water waiver request for 3018 Ilwaco Avenue Northeast, and that's what we referred this evening. And the 2015 Regional Aerial Funding Agreement. And basically, so the public knows what that is we're going to have a cooperative agreement with King County to get some aerial photographs of the area that we use for planning purposes, and it's a lot cheaper if we go together with several agencies, but it does take council approval to do that. Then 2013 regional, I said that already. Then number 4 will be emerging issues in the revenue stream. That's
Okay,
it, Mr. Mayor.
thank you. Mr. Prince?
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mr. Pavoni?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, on January 11th, Monday, in the council conference room, public safety will meet, and we have one issue. It's emerging issues in public safety. That will be at 3:30.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Perez?
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Mr. McGurven?
No new business, Mr. Mayor.
All right. Moving on to audience comment, was there anybody that wanted to address the council? Well, before we adjourn, I just want to congratulate everybody again. I also want to thank all the family, friends, and all of our employees who took the time to come to the reception tonight, and it's really nice to see a good group of people here. And what's the wish of the council?
Move we adjourn.
Second.
Okay, it's been moved by Mr. Prince, seconded by Mr. Pavoni, that we adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We're adjourned.